Working in the margins. Today's world is a tough baseline. It's more difficult than ever to just exist or get by. And it's not getting any easier. Moving forward in today's world has become both an art and a science. Food, clothing, temporary shelter, long-term housing, short-term jobs, temporary employment, or long-range careers. It all takes some help and finesse. Not everyone can do it. It's an art and a science. And let's face it, not everyone is a scientist. Some people need more help than others. The basics like reliable transportation, internet, laundry, a regular shower, even water, those basics we all take for granted. Electricity, these are the challenges of those caught in the net. Are homeless, unhoused, housing challenged, living in the margins. People of all ages, young, middle-aged, senior citizens, entire families, male, female, all regions, and all walks of life. Anyone can find themselves living in the margins. Are not, and we can't ignore them. It's just too expensive. We've got to do better. Take the next step forward. Tune in now and listen to Working in the Margins.
San Bernardino Inland Empire. This is Shazad, and welcome to Working in the Margins. This is the Family Assistance Weekly video and podcast. We talk to our community partners that are out there doing good work with our folks in marginalized communities. I bring folks to the big table to share resources, and I have great conversations with folks about what's going on right now. And I'm hoping that I can keep bringing folks and who want to talk about, some of the challenges we're facing and how we're overcoming them. So first, I have a couple of guests today for sure. I have Miss Chrissy. She's from Family Assistance Program. She's from Open Arms, our youth drop-in center, and she's going to talk to us today about our Pride, San Bernardino Pride event that's coming up. And I have Miss Crystal, and she's from WIN, and we're going to talk more about that. And they have an awesome event that's coming up, and I'm really interested in it because it's for men, and I love that. So we're going to talk about that. But right now, I want to talk about just a few updates. But I guess this is my Why Elections Matter edition. This is why elections matter, because this week, it was. I think almost everybody knows about Job Corps, Inland Valley Job Corps here in San Bernardino. It's not a continuation school of sorts, but it's a trade. They teach trade. They take in kids that are homeless. They teach them how a trade. They house them. They help them get their GEDs. It's just been a wonderful partner in this community for many years. I know I've sent a few dozen folks to go try to get into Job Corps just in the nature of the work that I have been doing. Elections and voting are crucial because they determine the leaders and the policies that govern our society. In times like now, with budget cuts and programs being cut, it's important. The outcome of elections are important. It impacts the availability of social services, healthcare, education, and in particular with this current administrative federal regime, they've kind of took a hatchet to a lot of the services that it takes for us to support our communities and the people that are in these marginalized communities, populations. It's been, some of the decisions have been very harmful and have been prohibiting us from being able to fund programs that we desperately need to keep going. Family assistance. This is our birthday. Today is the birthday for family assistance. I got an email earlier saying today was the actual day in 1985 That's 40 years that we have been in existence. I'll talk a little bit more about us at the end. But at Family Assistance, we've been affected. I think probably more so than ever within these last at least in this last 20, 30, 20 years. By decisions made in the federal government where they reduced the funding, HUD funding, the Department of Labor. We've lost funding for our youth program, some of our youth programs. Um, we're losing funding for some of the, even from the state, they didn't prioritize victims of crime funding, domestic violence funding, or human trafficking funding. The priority has been on going toward housing, which is fine. I don't know why you can't do two things, walk and chew at the same time, because I don't know who they're going to put, what kind of person without services, without having support services, subsidy services, who's going to go into that housing? I don't know why we can't, like I said, walk and chew. So we are advocating for the state to provide a lump sum to the budget to cover victims of crime, human trafficking, and domestic violence. So I need people to get on board and call your legislators and tell them that please don't put more homeless people on our streets by not funding the nonprofits that do the work to keep them off the streets and in housing. That's important. The government, the Department of Labor, they shut down the program for Job Corps. That's across the country, y'all. I don't know if you know much about Job Corps, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about Job Corps because I love Job Corps. I've always appreciated Job Corps because I believe in trades still being a thing. We cannot 3D print enough houses in enough time for everybody to get housed. We got to do brick and mortar. We got to do, wood and construction. And Job Corps was a great partner in getting these young folks trained in those type of jobs: plumbing, cooking, culinary. They also they promoted students to go into the military service, because in the military service there's a lot of funding, and there's a lot of subsidies and things like for education. So it's been a part of our community for so long. It's like, okay, what's going to happen? And then they did it kind of dirty, where they were like, hey, this is the last day of school, and now you got 30 days. Our doors are closed. You got 30 days. You got to get out. So you just, some of these kids, they have no housing options after that. So where are they going to go? So voting matters. Elections count. Who we put in office matters, because not everybody cares about the same thing or cares about things in the same way in our communities, and that's unfortunate. I want to tell you, just like right here in San Bernardino, what Job Corps, what the jobs that they were doing, what they were leading the kids into. And then you don't have to stay. There's so many programs. I've known student scholars to go into Job Corps in other states to go to different programs back east. Up in Utah, I believe there's a program up there for culinary, nursing, health fields. Those are the jobs that aren't, they're not sexy. They're not, those are not, everybody wants to do cyber technology, things like, those, and that's great, if you have that acumen to pursue that. But a lot of these kids, and a lot of the kids that we work with, and a lot of kids that youth that we meet, they come from your average middle class homes, low middle class homes, Parents are both having to work to take care of the family. So when there's opportunities like this that come along for these young folks to give free training or free housing, to support them in their endeavors to try to become, what we ask them to become, gainful citizens in society. It's just kind of, you know, it's sad that the priority wasn't on trying to keep this program going for the Department of Labor. So, but right now, I think the most important message I can share with you and with everybody, community in San Bernardino and Inland Empire is advocate, advocate, advocate. Find something to support. Find somebody that is doing good work and support them. Our money is being yanked from us every which way we turn. Find somebody. There's wonderful nonprofits out here that are doing great work, like Miss Crystal from Women's Inspirational Network, WIN, who I'm going to talk to after this next break. I advocate. Go to City Council. I was there last night at San Bernardino City Council. It was late too. It was a long council meeting, but it was important because number one, they elected city manager is not elected. They're appointed a new city manager, which hopefully is going to steer the city into better waters. And they also voted in their budget for the next operating year, and a balanced budget. So that's awesome and wonderful. But the folks that are elected in the city of San Bernardino, they need to hear from us out here. We need to go to the supervisors meetings. We need to the county supervisors meetings, and we need to let them know that they need to help us. They got discretionary funding in the city councils. The city council members have discretionary funding. And these folks, they work for us. They work for you citizens. We operate businesses in San Bernardino. Like some folks may operate businesses in Fontana, and your funding got cut. Or I actually live in Chino, and I know that all of our nonprofits are struggling. So I need clear across the board, San Bernardino, Inland Empire. I need us to support our nonprofits, of these agencies and these people that are doing the work to support our communities, and not make it hard for them to function. We're already losing funding. There was something on the city council last night. It was a public hearing on ending the sale of fireworks, and there were so many people. Like there was 17 or 18 public comments, including the gentleman, the CEO, I believe, of TNT. He runs a Safe and Sane fireworks. But for not the budget, not the CDBG, not anything else at City Council last night, but that public hearing about ending or putting a moratorium on selling fireworks, and it would affect so many smaller nonprofits, not just smaller nonprofits, but schools, teams, sports teams that sell those fireworks to get money for their programs. So let's get together, community. Let's go to these meetings. Let's talk to our electeds and ask them to help us. A closed mouth doesn't get fed. Let's talk to everybody. I'm going to start dropping some names for y'all to call, okay? Pete Aguilar, Norma Torres. Pete Aguilar is Congress. Norma Torres is Congress. Assembly, we got Mr. Ramos. We got Supervisors Baca. Let's start calling them and asking them to help us figure out how we're going to get through this time when our funding is being cut and we have to shut down, transition shelters for folks, our kids, our youth, emergency shelters for our youth. So that's my charge for you, community. I'm right here with you in it. I promise. I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to use every platform I have in order to get folks to advocate. And I'm going to keep introducing you to folks that need our help and need our assistance and want our support. So after this break, I'm going to bring on Miss Crystal. And she's with WIN, Women's Inspirational Network. And I'm really looking forward to finding out about them and what they do. Community will be right back.
Loma Linda. The Legacy KCAA 1050 AM and Express 106.5 FM.
Right now, find a great selection of new Toyota Tundra and Tacoma trucks at Toyota Carlsbad. Save with lease specials or low APR financing and approved credit. Not all buyers qualify. Details at ToyotaCarlsbad.com or visit Toyota Carlsbad today.
Toyota Carlsbad.
Fall enrollment is still open at California Baptist University. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree with flexible on-campus and online programs. Scholarships are still available to help you get started. Apply now at calbaptist.edu.
Depend on keeping us safe in dangerous times. Ensure free and tell how to support the vehicle. Stop. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Cloud9 Roofing Construction salutes our first responders, from EMTs, fire, and police departments that serve and protect our communities to those serving in our military. Let's remember those who lost their lives and show our appreciation. This message is courtesy of Cloud9 Roofing Construction, your complete roofing contractors with a reputation for quality work at prices you can afford. For estimates, call 951-385-8011. That's 951-385-8011 for Cloud9 Roofing Construction in Moreno Valley.
KCAA.
So listen everywhere and anywhere, whether you're in Southern California, Texas, or sailing on the Gulf of Mexico, life's a breeze with KCAA. Download the app in your smart device today.
I'll be sailing out of yesterday in the Gulf of Mexico.
KCAA. KCAA.
Welcome back, San Bernardino, Inland Empire. So now, WIN here, and that's women. Let me look, because I keep wanting to say something else. Women's Inspirational Network, and they are here in San Bernardino.
Yes.
The reason that I reached out is because you are doing something that I'm sure there's a lot of other folks doing this, but I think that we forget sometimes about our men and our men needing, their health and wellness, encourage them to do, take care of their health and wellness. So you have an event coming up on Saturday, June 21st, and it's a men's wellness. So it's like when is Father's Day? Is that
That's the week of, the weekend following.
Okay. It's a men's wellness, health and wellness celebration. Y'all using CARES program money? Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Medical money. That's what people, y'all have heard me talk about CalAIM, Enhanced Care Management. CARES is a part of that, and it's health care money, which I just love because we need to focus on our health care, mental health. So it's going to be some good stuff, y'all. So
Free.
yeah, we love free. So it's going to have health screenings, health and wellness products, fitness activities, games and competitions, live DJ and entertainment. I might have to come. I might have to dress down and go ahead and come put on my baseball cap. Raffles and giveaways.
Let's go.
Community resources, food vendors, and it's going to be right here in San Bernardino on Highland from 12 to 4. It's over. I always say it's in the church building, but it's not a church building. It's in
It's like in a community.
A community develop. Yeah.
Yes.
That's where IE Rebound and the NAACP and some other folks are too.
Yeah.
Crystal, what's this event?
All right, let's get into
Okay,
it. All right, so we really do care about our community, and this month is Men's Mental Health Awareness.
Okay.
We don't want to forget about those men.
No.
And so we decided to take some time to pour into our Black and Brown community and bring the fellas, their sons, uncles, all together.
Mm-hmm.
What we want to do is focus on uplifting them and also giving them that time and the space to eat, fellowship, do some yoga, have some good barbecue,
Right.
and so what we want to make sure is that we have the camaraderie and that we can get our men together so they feel heard, appreciated. We have some awesome speakers that will be there to pour to them.
Great.
And so that's really what we want to do. Sometimes I saw a post not too long ago where someone said, it's Men's Mental Health Month, who cares? When we care.
Right.
That's what we do.
I care
We care. And so, putting this time together and just creating this space for like storytelling and healing is what we really want to do. And then having our young men come out.
Yes.
And
they need to see that.
Yes, they do.
And they need to start these practices. The younger the better, I feel, because it will brain train them as they get older that, I matter, my mental health matters.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to let y'all ignore the fact that my mental health is important to this program too.
Yes, talk about your feelings, it's okay.
Men always say, they always trying to get you to cry. No. It's not so much we trying to get you to cry, we just want you to know that you have the freedom to. That you have the space to.
The space too, and then also giving them the time to like ask questions about different business lanes, getting a chance to, hey, well, how is this working for you? What's not working? And so allowing I really, really want to give the chance for men to just be loved on.
Yes.
We want them to be loved on.
Our dads, our brothers, our uncles, our cousins. I got a whole bunch of them. I'm a boy mom too.
Me too.
See? 32.
Okay, my oldest is 17. So
Amen.
Shout out to my kids.
Right.
So
I totally understand that, and I think that I like to think of myself as progressive, and and I keep my thumb on the pulse of things going on, but I can't tell you all the time what's going on with the male population or the men and what they're going through and all that stuff. Sometimes we get insular where we're like we women, we need but if you got men in your life, we should want all boats to float. We should want all of us to be good.
Absolutely.
So tell me about WIN. How did WIN start? Whose idea, whose brainchild was this? It was, I know, like 2016. Somebody said we got to start helping the community.
Miss Shay, right? My girl.
She's been on the show.
Absolutely,
That's my girl.
absolutely.
She's been on the show.
I love her to pieces. I've had the pleasure with working with her, and being a part of the organization brings me nothing but joy because she is really passionate about serving men, our teens, children, our unhoused community, and just creating an atmosphere to where we build. And that's really important. We have to start with camaraderie and bringing our love folks together, loving on each other, making sure that people in the community have resources to food, resources to housing, resources to mentorship and tutoring. And so she created that lanes, and she's really good at connecting the dots. So I come behind her after she connects those dots, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go fix for you. I'm going to go get this for you. So
she's like the Energizer. She's got so much energy, so many good ideas. I brought her on a little while ago. And it was just, she's with the NAACP branch here in San Bernardino. And I love that y'all are just building this world over there off of Highland at 1505 at Highland. that is, geared toward our Black and Brown communities, our marginalized communities, and bringing folks together. What have been some obstacles that you've been facing as you guys have been trying to get out into the community more? Everybody say it's money, but it's not always money sometimes.
It's not always money. I would say sometimes the burnout, because the people that are volunteering with us are also people from that same community we're serving.
Right.
And so, us trying to support them while they support us, that I think sometimes that is a hurdle, or the visibility to us because we're in these certain communities, making sure that we're the first in line. Hey, making sure that we create an atmosphere and a table to say, well, this is why our community is important. Because not just the money, it's the visibility to why we want to do this, who we're supporting, and showing those success stories out of it.
Which is one of the main reasons, like this show, I love this show. I love doing this show. I've been doing it for almost a year now, Eric. Dang. Shoot, man. We're going to have that's in August. We're going to have to think of something. It's important to have this show and to do this show because I've been able to bring on so many folks that people just probably don't, they're like, oh, I heard about that, but they didn't know.
Yes.
And like NAACP, San Bernardino branch, or Lighthouse Social Services, I bring on folks. So this is important because I want the community to know that when Women's Inspirational Network is here in the community, you're welcome to come out here anytime. Come on here. Keep sending me your flyers and your events. I will keep getting the word out there. It helps our community. Tell me, what other things have you all been doing at WIN in the community that we might not have known about, noticed, but what are your efforts have been in the past?
So we do a lot of things within the school districts as well.
Okay.
And so I think that is one of my passions. We go out there to the various school districts and we create mentorship programs.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, and trade programs, because sometimes we want to teach our youth that there's more than one way to be successful.
Yes.
Right? You can do it the traditional way, or you can get a trade, or you can even do the you could do it all.
Yes.
And so us going out there and taking those people within our community that have already done it and bringing them back into the schools, that's what we care about.
That's how we get some of the best barbers, some of the best beauticians out there. People still have to do this work.
Yes.
Yes.
I
don't know how you going to 3D print, a wig. I don't know how, somebody still got to do this work.
Absolutely. And I think teaching our youth that they can be successful and give them the blueprint on how to be successful is really what I love to do, what we love to do, what we care about. We just had an event recently that was really successful. I know we honor our moms and but we decided to kind of change it up and do an auntie's tea.
Okay.
Yeah, we gave our aunties the chance to just let us nestle up and drink some tea and talk about those vulnerable moments that we have. And
have another one so I can come.
You're coming.
I was out of town for that one, but have another one so I'll host it at my office. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I remember seeing the flyers and everything. And I was like, man, I wish I wasn't in town, but I was like, I wish I was in town. That's wonderful. What do you do with the young girls? How are you mentoring the young girls right now with your program?
So what we've done with the young girls is bringing them into our program. We've allowed them to learn how to start their own businesses.
Okay, entrepreneurship.
Yes. And so I actually met one of the young ladies that now has her own campusing art program.
Let's go.
And so bringing her in and learning how entrepreneurship works and how to navigate through the yeses and the no's. Has allowed her, she was at our Auntie's Tea event and she was able to go ahead and show us the benefits of starting a business and actually letting it roll out. So we do a lot of entrepreneurship programs with the young ladies.
I need to meet her because I've been looking for an artist to do some murals. We do murals over at a so I'm interested. I want to meet her. That's amazing. How many young girls do you think have you come through your program?
Oh my gosh.
Since you started?
I would say, well over hundreds of girls. And to watch them understand what being confident in having what self-worth is, and all of those things is so cool. It's so cool.
And it's needed right now because
Yep.
we've been taking some hits.
Yeah.
You know, we've been taking some hits. It is, you know, it's a different thing to be a strong black woman right now. You know, I keep telling people I'm trying to get to my soft girl era.
Okay.
Won't let me. And it, you know, I feel like we got to keep, you know, letting them know that, you know, we are here, we are valued, we can contribute. Just ask us how to help, you know.
Yes.
And we're training our young folks to come and do this work too.
Yes.
You know.
And that's why our wellness event is going to be awesome, because we're going to take a piece of all of those things: self-worth, learning how to be a strong entrepreneur, navigating through yeses and nos, enjoying how to cook, and all those things. I think it just shows win in its totality.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. What does MEN stand for? The MEN part. I saw it on the. Is that a thing?
The M on our flyer.
On your.
Let me take a look. Hold on, so we can get on the same page here.
Because I was like, I want to talk about that. So while we looking for that flyer, hold on.
Yes.
I want to highlight that Family Assistance Program. We're doing our grand reopening of our Highland office, and it's on June. We're doing ribbon cutting and tours June 20th, 2025. So I was looking at like my events, and I was like, oh, okay, so on Friday you're going to be at Family Assistance.
Yes.
And then Saturday you're going to be with WIN. So we're going to plan your whole weekend for you. And I could have been looking at something wrong. I don't know. Hold on.
Because I think that was the acronym for our men's empowering for the guys.
Charge it to my head, not my heart. So who's helping you with this? This is a lot for one person, but who's helping you?
Yes, we've got our youth that are going to go ahead and get those community hours for school.
Awesome.
We've got our board members coming up, and then different vendors. So we have vendors that will be helping with yoga. We have vendors that will be playing flag football that can teach that thing. We have vendors that are going to do some photography. I mean, it's a whole holistic thing, from health to fitness to business. And so we found some amazing vendors, and we're always looking for more.
Okay.
To come out and help
community,
us.
they still have vendor availability.
Yes.
I want y'all to hit them. It's called. It's www.thewinorganization.com. Okay, that's how you can find out who they are, what they're doing here in the community, and it's www.thewinorganization.com. So as per usual, every week I tell you all of these resources and all these contacts and flyers are going to be posted to my hashtag, Working in the Margins with Z, on all of my socials: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So you'll be able to go on there, or you can Google it, Google Working in the Margins, and you'll find this video. It's going to be a video eventually, what have you, and connect with them. It's you brothers out there, you need this. I'm going to try to get my kid to go. You brothers out there, you need this. Eric, I hope you can go. It sounds like Eric is a dad.
Come on.
He's a girl dad. And I think that especially guys that have daughters, I think that they need to be in touch with that, that emotional side, that, that because
soft side. Men need their soft era too.
Yeah, men need their soft era too. I know. Because that's when we girls start to see what we need to see in our men and our dads. It's hard. I know. So I'm 58. So I'm from a different generation. My generation was dad worked. Dad was a provider. Dad took care of the family. My dad was the strongest man I know. Boy, I miss him to death. He was an amazing person. And I can tell you, I rarely see my father ever cry.
Wow.
or even like show emotion, like sad, some funerals and things like that where it's like, but he was just always like, the strong one. He had to be the strong one, so I think it's important.
That's why you win when you work with win.
Yeah.
Because
I like that.
you win when you work with win,
like
because it was during this time where we're honoring and just paying a tribute to our men.
Yeah.
A part of the health is them understanding that it is okay.
Yes.
And I think sometimes men feel like they don't have a voice at all. Oh, I'm just going to do that. No, it's okay. And so at our event coming up, we're going to have some awesome speakers that say, hey, you know what, instead of just doing, what's going on at the next football game or, talk to check in, do a real check in. And it is okay to be like, man, even if you're saying, my wife, she's getting on my last nerves.
Sometimes exactly.
Sometimes you just need
we
that.
We have that.
All the day, right?
We have that. I have.
Yeah.
Folks. I know. I was like, I love my guys, and they take good care of me.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just need to say, hey, you know what? They on my nerves today, girl.
Yeah, and it's okay.
But guys should have that opportunity too, and it not be around things that are dangerous, like
or vices.
Vices and things like that. They need to be able to do that. I love what you're doing, and your motives behind doing it. I really do.
Thank you.
So what are you guys doing to expand? What are you guys wanting to do more in the community? Where you need help from us out here? What you want to do? We'll help you.
All right. So as far as help goes, what we're looking for is more youth. We are looking for, I think, volunteering, and we're always looking for great minds to come along. Sometimes it's just a conversation for us to see, well, who else, what other resources are out there. And so we're always open to suggestions and conversations. We're also looking for different doors to step through,
Awesome.
So whether that's in the health industry, whether that's in the trade industry, whether that's with our unhoused community. And so that's what, when I say win-win, is because we have our arms open in different ways.
And that's wonderful. That's wonderful. We work with a lot of youth, and like Chrissy, she works at our youth drop-in center. So we have a lot of youth that come through. That's our jam, kids.
Yes.
And I would love for us to be able to connect. Because I know you have things that would benefit our kids.
Yeah, and
and
love to collaborate.
And they like to do stuff. We are the I don't know what we call ourselves. We house or manage, or we mentor the youth advisory board for the county of San Bernardino.
Awesome.
And it's a bunch of young folks that are really, they've already drank the Kool-Aid about making change in their community.
Let's go.
So they, I would love for them to meet you and come in, for you to meet them. They say that nothing for us without us. So they want to be in on all the, decision making. I know you need money. Everybody need money. How do you take your donations?
Well, so I would say you go to our website and then go ahead and drop us a line, and we can go over all those things. We have some awesome things coming up for the summer.
Okay,
and
good.
So, yes.
And we don't need no more clothes, community. We don't need no more clothes. If anybody out there needs clothes, hit me up. I got some stuff over at our offices. We took in some donations, and we have some good stuff we're trying to share. We can share with you. Don't buy nothing. Don't buy nothing. Just talk to me. But we don't need clothes. We need dollars. Yes, we need the donations. That we need dollars. And I think from now on until things make a major change or somebody win the lottery, I'm going to keep emphasizing that, community, that we need, these nonprofits need funding. Funding is shifty. Our change is strange. And we need money. We need money to keep doing this work. We need to put that out there. We need to not, like I said earlier, a closed mouth doesn't get fed.
Yeah.
And if WIN is going to, stay in our community and keep providing services and having, being able to plan for the future, they need people that are willing to commit to them and to donate to them. So again, I want to thank Miss Shay Wright for everything that she does and putting all this together. I want to thank Crystal. I don't know. I'm just gonna join y'all. I don't know. Y'all just gonna have to send me something to do.
Listen, you're already in.
Okay. Just send me something to do and I'm gonna do it. I'll talk about y'all every week, whatever you want me to do. But I love this event that's coming up. And again, community, their website is www.thewinorganization.com. So I need y'all to go on there. I need y'all to figure out how to send them some money, Cash App, Zelle, Venmo, something, so we can get these kids. We got a whole summer ahead of us. These kids need stuff to do. You got people in this organization and this they want to do it. They want to help them. It's the same for family assistance. It's summer. We got things. We're taking our kids next week, I think, on a trip, on their annual whitewater rafting trip. That's not free. Wow. We got to feed them. We got to, for those days, we got to put money in the gas in the van. Man, there's no better organizations or these folks. We're doing stuff out here.
Yep.
Help us do it and keep these kids, busy for the summer. Keep them on the right track till they go back to school. Give them experiences and get them out from in front of that video game and things like that. So thank you again.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you. I love your energy. You are a beautiful woman. I'm so excited that you out here doing this. And we're going to go to break right now. And when we come back, I'm going to have Miss Chrissy come on and we're going to talk about pride. San Bernardino pride. Be right back, San Bernardino.
KCAA.
Sponsored in part by Absolute Custom Painting. Custom painting you can trust. It's time to clean up and spiff up your home and add some curb appeal to your life. Absolute Custom Painting covers the whole Inland Empire with a brighter shade of color. No job is too small, and perfection is their goal. Absolute Custom Paint specializes in affordable residential paint makeovers. For a no-cost estimate and to dream a little, call 951-797-0508. That's 951-797-0508 for Absolute Custom Painting. Ask about their seasonal paint specials where you can save money. They're proud to make our world and communities more bright, colorful, and clean. Absolute Custom Painting with painters you can trust. Licensed, bonded, and insured. California Contractor Number 808931.
One of the best. KCAA.
Hello, San Bernardino. This is Shazette working in the margins. We are on KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5 FM. You can also find us on KCAA Radio. Google us. You can find us on KCAA TV. After this all pops, I will download the link on my socials, working in the margins with Z, and you can tag us there and watch us there. Share with your friends. I share resources, events, things like that. So this month is no different. Kids are out of school and everybody's planning their back to school events, which is awesome. But there's a lot of events going on that are to get through the summer. So I want to share a couple of those. So Chrissy has joined us at the big table. Say hi, Chrissy.
Hi.
I want to make sure. No problem. So I met Chrissy. We work at Family Assistance together. She's been there for a minute, but we've all kind of moved into the same building on Highland. And so now Chrissy is working downstairs from me in our youth drop-in center. And I've met Chrissy over the last, I want to say, month or so, maybe 5 weeks. And I enjoy seeing Chrissy every time I see her. She always has a smile. She looks like you're the most important person in the world to her when she sees you and she comes and talks to you. I love that. And Chrissy is doing wonderful work with our youth who identify with the LGBTQIA, Two-Spirit Plus community. And that's really important because as things are getting cut, we're losing funding for a lot of our outreach programs, our programs that kind of target the folks on the perimeters, and they haven't been very kind to some of the executive orders. But what I want to tell y'all, community, Crystal, is that we are going to get through this.
We will.
Right?
Of course.
Say it loud.
We will get this, everyone. We just have to keep on moving forward. That's it. Just keep on moving forward.
Keep moving forward. We're going to get through this. We are going to do what we can with what we can for as long as we can.
Yep.
That's the goal.
Yep.
We have great support from our agency that we are providing services to the highest level of our ability still, even with funding cuts. I think it's really important that I'm going to say this. Last night at San Bernardino City Council, they declared June as LGBTQ month, Pride Month. And I was very touched because that was something that can get a city targeted. They're talking about reducing funding to cities that don't abide by the administration regime's ideology about immigration, immigrants, LGBTQ, victims of crime, rape victims, human trafficking victims. They're not prioritizing, and they're making some, so I was very proud when I was there last night. I just couldn't stay to talk about San Bernardino Pride last night because it was the longest meeting. I had to get to bed. It was like, it didn't end until 11:01. Go and look at the tape. I think the mayor called it at 11:01. But I'm going to go back on the 18th because our event is on the 26th, Thursday the 26th, right?
Yeah, Thursday the 26th, 2025, from 5 to 10 p.m. And the location is Algohin Park, 3664 Little League Drive in San Bernardino, California, 92410.
Okay, no registration necessary?
No registration necessary.
No entry fees?
No entry fee.
What else isn't allowed?
No
allowed
whatsoever.
So don't come if you can't get down with the homophobe. If you trying to get down with that, don't come.
We don't need that negative energy.
We don't need that negative energy.
We need positive energy, especially during these times.
Especially during these times. We need folks that believe that everybody is entitled to dignity and respect, and to have their rights not violated. Not to be marginalized.
Yeah.
What else are you going to have?
This Pride is a safe space. So,
yes, it's a safe space.
For everyone.
Yes.
You don't have to be queer or LGBTQ to go into the Pride. It's for everyone.
It's for everyone.
And so what we're going to have over there is free live music.
Yay.
Drag performances.
Awesome.
And we're going to also have food trucks. And we're going to also provide HIV and STI testing for those who are interested in getting tested.
And we have vendors. And we still have
space. So just Google San Bernardino Pride, and all the information will be on the first website that you will encounter.
Right. And then I'm going to, so here's a flyer. Y'all probably can't see it, but y'all can zoom in. Y'all know how to do this. Okay, so here we go. So this is a flyer. It has a QR code on it. I'm going to attach this to my hashtag, Working in the Margins with Z, so that you can enroll through the hashtag. There. Oh, thank you, Eric, so much. So that's the flyer, San Bernardino Pride.
Please
We're
come
doing
through.
it. Please come. We want a big group to come, like the past years. So we're super excited. We're getting everything ready now. And again, we do have more vendor opportunities. You're gonna get to meet Chrissy in person, and you're gonna get to meet a lot of our staff that's there that we work with. Our Welcome Home staff will be there from our LGBTQ shelter. So we are looking forward to this event. And then right before that, we have our open house, like our grand opening. So you can come and actually see and take tours of the drop-in center where the kids come and they hang out. We've invited everybody to that.
And I also run trans support groups there too.
Yes.
So if you want trans supports group, every Tuesday at 1 p.m.
Oh, that's
I'll be
awesome.
here. I'll be at the center.
Say that again.
Every Tuesday at 1 p.m. at our drop-in center.
Right.
So
1255
1255 West
Highland
Avenue, Suite 101.
There you go. Awesome. Thank you so much, Chrissy. I'm glad you came with me. We got to run out of here, too, because we got a party to get back to. So those of you, I'm going to close this show in honor of my colleague and co-worker, Kevin Mahaney. His last day with our agency is tomorrow. Kevin, I know you watch my show, and you're going to, I know you're going to watch this one, too, because I'm going to tell you when I get back, you better watch this show. When Kevin and we've been working together for 2 years, and Kevin, the most important thing to me about Kevin, that he has always encouraged me to advocate for my people. Yes. For Black and brown people. Kevin, I appreciate you. I'm going to miss you. Thank you for your time here at Family Assistance as my mentor. And as a mentor to a lot of us here at Family Assistance. Community, thank you. I'll be back next week. I believe I'm going to have Joe Salas. He's from San Bernardino on the show. A lot of you know him. We're going to talk about some stuff going on in the community around education. So thank you again, community, for tuning in, and we're out. We'll see you next week.
Bye.